I was driving back from a friend's place just past midnight, somewhere in the back roads of rural Kentucky. I wasn't familiar with the area. I'd taken a wrong turn trying to avoid some construction, and my GPS had completely lost signal. My fuel gauge was dipping low, and my phone battery was down to 6%. I remember telling myself, just keep going straight, you'll hit a main road eventually. That's when my car started acting up. It gave a couple of sputters, then just died, coasting to a stop on the side of a narrow stretch of highway lined with nothing but empty fields and tree lines that looked more like black walls in the night. I tried restarting the engine, but all I got was a pathetic clicking sound. I sat there, sweating, even though the air outside was cool. I didn't have signal to call for help, and there hadn't been a single car passing in over 15 minutes. My options were slim, so I did something I'd never done before. I got out, locked the car, and started walking with my thumb out like something out of an old movie. The idea of hitchhiking had always seemed sketchy, but at that moment, I was desperate. After about 20 minutes of walking in near complete silence, just the sound of insects and the occasional rustle of something moving in the trees behind me, I saw headlights in the distance. A beat-up old Ford pickup truck slowed as it approached. The driver leaned over and rolled down the passenger window. He looked to be in his late 50s, thin with a sunken face, and a cigarette glued to the corner of his mouth. His eyes didn't blink much. I was already uneasy. "You broke down?" he asked, voice gravelly. I nodded. "Yeah, a few miles back. Just need to get to the next town or gas station." He jerked his head toward the inside. "Hop in. Ain't nothing out here but coyotes and snakes." I hesitated, but again, desperation. I climbed in. The truck's interior smelled like oil and something sour, maybe old food. The man didn't say much after that, just stared ahead, knuckles white around the steering wheel. I tried making small talk, but he gave short answers or didn't respond at all. After maybe 10 minutes, I realized he wasn't heading toward any lights or highway signs. In fact, the road seemed to be narrowing, the trees getting thicker. That's when I asked, "Hey, where are we going?" He didn't answer. When he didn't answer, I asked again, louder this time, "Sir, where are we going?" Still nothing, just the soft creak of the truck's suspension and the hum of tires on gravel. That's when I noticed the road had completely changed. It wasn't paved anymore. Just a dirt path that looked like it hadn't seen maintenance in decades. Trees were pressing in so close their branches scraped the windows like skeletal fingers. Every instinct I had was screaming now. I glanced at the dash. No GPS, no radio, just the low growl of the engine and the rhythmic tap of the man's fingers against the steering wheel. Then, in the most casual tone, he muttered, "Don't worry. Ain't nobody gonna find us out here." That's when I reached for the door handle. It was locked. Panic surged through me. I tried to play it cool. "Hey, I think I'll just get out here. I can walk to town. Thanks for the ride." He looked at me for the first time in 10 minutes. His eyes were dead calm, like a predator already sure of its meal. "You ain't walking nowhere." My heart was hammering. I glanced around. No cell signal, still no sign of another vehicle anywhere. That's when I noticed something even worse. There were tools in the back seat. Not just a wrench or a hammer. I'm talking bone saw, duct tape, heavy-duty gloves, and what looked like dried brown stains on the floor mat. I was trapped. The truck turned off the path and onto what looked like an overgrown driveway, the gravel barely visible through the weeds. That's when I saw it. An old sagging farmhouse sitting in the middle of a clearing. No lights, no signs of life. Just broken windows, and a porch that looked like it would collapse under a squirrel. He pulled up beside it and turned the engine off. The silence was deafening. "You wait here," he said flatly, then stepped out and slammed the door behind him. I didn't wait. I scrambled across the seat, reaching for the driver's side door. Unlocked. I bolted out, ran straight into the woods. I didn't care where I was going. I just knew I had to put as much distance between me and that truck as possible. Branches tore at my clothes and face. My legs burned. I thought I heard him shouting behind me, but the blood pounding in my ears drowned everything out. Then I saw something ahead, faint lights through the trees. I stumbled toward the lights like a moth drawn to flame, branches clawing at my arms, my lungs burning with every breath. I didn't know if the man was still behind me. I didn't dare look back. All I could focus on was the faint orange glow breaking through the trees, steady and real. When I finally reached the road, it was like stepping into another world. Pavement, a dim street lamp humming overhead. And there, just up the way, was a small gas station, lit up like a beacon in the darkness. I ran across the lot and burst through the glass door. The bell above me chimed, and the cashier, a lanky guy maybe my age, wearing headphones, snapped to attention. "Whoa, dude, what happened?" I could barely get the words out. He picked me up. I had car trouble. He took me to some old house. He wouldn't let me out. The kid yanked his headphones off. "You want me to call the cops?" I nodded, trying to catch my breath. He was already dialing. I slumped into a plastic chair near the coffee counter, heart still racing. I kept looking over my shoulder, half expecting that truck to come screeching into the lot. 2 sheriff's deputies showed up not long after. I gave them everything I could remember, what the man looked like, what direction he drove, the turnoff into the woods. I could tell they were skeptical, at least at first. I mean, who wouldn't be? It sounded insane. Still, they said they'd check it out and asked me to stay put. An hour later, one of the cruisers radioed back. They'd found the old house, just like I described. No lights, broken windows, overgrown driveway, but no sign of the truck. No man, no tire tracks leading out. It was like he'd vanished. They said the place had probably been abandoned for years. No indication anyone had been there recently, though they admitted the dirt road could have hidden tracks if someone knew the area well. The deputy who stayed with me gave a small shake of his head. Strange. But out here? Happens more than you think. I left the gas station in the back of their cruiser and had my car towed the next day. Mechanics said it just needed a new fuel pump. Simple fix. But there was nothing simple about what happened that night. To this day, I don't know what that man wanted or why he took me where he did. Maybe he just meant to scare me. Maybe he thought I was someone else. Or maybe I was lucky he got spooked when I ran.